Kim Jansen and the Mystery of the Television Dog, Chapter 5. Here, Cloudy, Cam called. The dog turned and looked. But he didn't come to Cam. He lifted his paw and started to scratch on the front door. What's in your bag? Cam asked Eric. Sandwiches and books. What kind? Storybooks? No, the sandwiches. What kind of sandwiches? Meatloaf. Quick, give me one. Eric gave Cam a sandwich. She held it out and called, Here, Cloudy, here, Cloudy. Cloudy turned. This time, when he smelled the meat, he ran to Cam. Just as Cloudy reached Cam, the front door of the house opened. Who's there? A man called out. Before Cloudy could bark, Cam gave him some meat. Then Cam whispered to Eric and the twins, Don't say anything and don't let him see us. They were near a large leafy bush. They hid behind it. Who's out there? Is that you, Cloudy? The man asked as he stepped out onto the porch. When Cloudy heard his name, he looked up. But then he looked back at the meatloaf and bread Cam was holding and continued to eat. Cam pushed aside a few leaves and looked at the man. He was bald. He was tall and heavy and wore glasses. Cam looked straight at the man and said, Click. After the man went back into the house, Diane whispered, Can we talk now? Yes, but quietly, Cam told her. Why did he run after Cloudy? Why did we run after Cloudy? Donna asked. I was sure he'd lead us to his house, and I thought that when we got here, we'd find Poochie and the red-haired woman who took him. Cloudy finished eating the sandwich. He looked up at Cam. Cloudy barked and wagged his tail. Cam petted Cloudy. Then Eric took another sandwich from his bag, unwrapped it, and gave it to Cloudy. I don't think Poochie is here, Eric whispered. The man we saw in the bookstore, the one who took Poochie, had red hair. The man who just came into the door was bald. Cam closed her eyes and said, Click. She thought for a short while. Then she said, I'm looking at the picture I have in my mind of a man we saw in the bookstore. He looks like the man we just saw, only the hair is different. Maybe they're twins, Donna said. And one twin has hair and the other doesn't. Or maybe they just look alike. A lot of people look alike, Diane said. As the twins were talking, Cam was petting Cloudy. Then she looked at her hand. There were black streaks on it. Eric looked at Cam's hand and at Cloudy. Then he petted Cloudy's back, right where the big black spot was. He looked at his hand. There were streaks on it, too. It's these spots, Eric said. They were put on with shoe polish or something. I'll bet Cloudy is really all white, like a cloud. These spots were probably put on so the man with the red hair could switch the two dogs. But where's Poochie? And why did the man take him? Donna asked. I don't know, Eric said. But I'm sure the man with the red hair knows where Poochie is. Just then the front door opened. The bald man came out carrying a large bag of trash. Cam looked through the bush and watched as he turned over the bag. Empty boxes, newspaper, and something orange fell into the trash can. Did you see that? Cam whispered. Did you see what the man threw away? He's the same man we saw in the bookstore. Now I'm sure of it. I'm going to read chapter 6 too. And I forgot to show you this picture too. Did I see what? Eric asked. And how can you say he's the same? The man in the bookstore had hair. Quiet, Cam whispered as the man walked past them and back into the house. Then she told Eric, You watch Cloudy. I'm going to get something. As Cam walked away, Cloudy barked. Just be quiet, Eric said as he picked Cloudy up and petted him. Eric, Donna, Diane, and Cloudy watched Cam walk across the front yard. They saw her lift the lid off the trash can. She held her nose and looked in it. Then she reached in and took out something orange. What is it? Diane asked Eric. It looks like fur. Cam gently put the lid back on the trash can. As Cam walked toward the side of the house, Donna said, It's hair. Orange hair. That color hair is called red, not orange, Eric said, and it's a wig. You were right, Cam told Eric when she got back to the bush. The man in the bookstore had hair. Here it is. The man inside the house probably wore this so people wouldn't know who he was. He's the one who took Poochie. What are we going to do now? Diane asked. Eric turned to answer Diane. We should call the police. Then Eric turned to tell Cam that he was going back. But she wasn't there. She was near the house looking through an open window. Donna and Diane ran over to Cam and looked through the window. Eric stayed near the bush. He was still holding Cloudy. "He's in there," Cam said. "I can see him in the next room. He's sitting at a desk and cutting things out of a magazine." Cam and the twins watched the man turn the pages of the magazine. Sometimes he would stop, cut out something, and paste it onto a sheet of paper. Then he folded the paper and put it into a green envelope. "I wonder what's in that envelope," Cam said. "Look," Donna said. "He's getting up, and there's Poochie under the desk." Suddenly, Cloudy barked and jumped out of Eric's arm. Cam caught him before he could run away. "Cloudy wants to go into the house," Eric said. Cam looked at Cloudy. Then she looked at the window and said, "That gives me an idea." Cam asked the twins to stand next to each other. "Now undo your braids," Cam told Donna. Donna took the rubber bands off of the ends of her braids. Then she ran her fingers through her hair. Cam looked closely at the two girls. Each one was wearing blue shorts, a polka-dotted blouse, and sneakers. "Without the braids," Cam said, "you two look exactly alike." "That's why I wear braids sometimes," Donna said. "I don't like it when people call me Diane." "And I don't like being called by your name," Diane said. "You can braid your hair again in just a few minutes," Cam said. "But right now, are you willing to help get Poochie back?" The girl said yes. "Good. Now here's the plan."